What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update. And in this video, I'm going to give you a lot more details about the stimulus package that was just released that includes stimulus checks, an unemployment extension update, and I'm going to go over the rental assistance and mortgage assistance with you guys in this video, how you actually might receive money to pay your rent or to pay your mortgage also. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you a little story about myself regarding what this is right here and how I achieved it. So make sure to stay to the end for that. And also, if you're new here, make sure to click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out. I'm going to give you details about the $200 Trump debit card, the student loan forgiveness, the stimulus checks, all this stuff. I'm going to have detailed videos coming out for you in the future. As more information comes out, I will update you. But if you don't subscribe and click the bell icon to get notifications, then you might miss out on these videos. And don't forget to hit the like button for us down below or the thumbs up button. It really helps out our channel. Okay, first up, I want to update you guys on the $200 drug discount cards or debit cards that President Donald Trump announced a few days ago and the student loan forgiveness. Really quickly, President Donald Trump announced discount drug cards or debit cards for $200 to 33 million Americans. He wants to send these out before the election to basically anybody on Medicare. As you can see here, President Trump is throwing a pre-election curveball aimed at seniors with a surprise announcement on Thursday that his administration will send $200 coupons or debit cards to 33 million seniors on Medicare to use to pay for prescription drugs. The president said these cards are incredible. The cards will be mailed out in the coming weeks. I will always take care of our wonderful senior citizens. Joe Biden won't be doing this. That's what the president's words were. We don't really have any more information on this, when they will be going out, who will qualify, if you're on Medicare but you're not necessarily a senior. I don't even know what that would technically be qualified, but I had a lot of comments from you guys saying that a lot of younger people are on Medicare. We don't actually know the details of this yet. I will keep you guys updated as more information comes out, but I've been getting a lot of comments from you guys. What's going on with this? What's going on with the student loan forgiveness program? I just want to update you guys. I haven't forgot about you guys. I will keep you updated as more information comes out. I will share with you guys. Next up is the plan that was actually introduced by the Democrats that the president can pass a presidential executive order to pass this plan. It doesn't even need to go through Congress, and this can cancel up to $50,000 in student loan debt per person. Now, the interesting thing about this is that the Democrats released this plan, but President Donald Trump could pass this through a presidential executive order. It does not need to go through Congress because technically it's not printing new money. It's basically just forgiving the loans on the books of the U.S. government. So this could be passed by the president before the election to help him gain more support or gain more votes, or just because he's a good guy. Or if President Trump doesn't do this, President Joe Biden could do this if he wins the election. Again, I don't have any more information on this. This obviously hasn't passed yet. If President Trump starts talking about it, starts talking about doing it, I will update you guys as soon as more information comes out. That's why it's important to be subscribed so you don't miss out on these videos. There's more than just the stimulus checks. I mean, there's the stimulus checks, there's the unemployment extension, there's money for small business owners, there's going to be rental assistance and mortgage assistance, there's these debit cards, there's the possible student loan forgiveness. I mean, there's multiple different plans on the horizon, many of which have already passed. I mean, we've already seen the stimulus checks and the unemployment extension a couple times, and we've also seen money for small business owners and, different programs, and we're also possibly going to see SNAP and WIC cards increase. So there's multiple different plans that I am keeping you guys updated on, along with, of course, some related news also. Okay, next up, in this new HEROES Act Revised, or HEROES Act 2.0, that has been announced by the Democrats, that is a whopping 2,152 pages long. There is a lot of stuff in this bill, including $1,200 stimulus checks for all individuals and $500 stimulus checks for all dependents this time around. That includes child dependents, that includes college students that probably missed out last time, and adult dependents that are a dependent on somebody's tax return. Those two groups missed out on a stimulus check last time. They will be included this time at $500 per dependent, not just child dependents, but all dependents this time around. Also, people who didn't receive a stimulus check because they owed child support and the child support went to the person that they owed it to will receive the stimulus check this time around as written in this bill, unless something changes, but I don't think they're going to change that going forward. Also in this bill is an unemployment extension of boost money at $600 per week all the way to January of 2021. So that's like October, November, December, and January. That's 4 more months of unemployment money at $600 per week. So if you lost your job during this pandemic, this will help you out tremendously while you look to find another job, and hopefully the pandemic, kind of goes away at some point or gets a lot better. We get a lot less cases. We're still seeing over 40,000 new cases per day right now, and we're starting to see spikes in over 20 different states that have rising cases right now. So if this continues, God, let's hope it doesn't. Let's pray. If this continues, a lot of people are going to still be losing their job. The only good thing out of this is that we might see even more stimulus next year around, more stimulus checks, more unemployment money, more everything. I mean, the longer this continues, the more we're going to see some of this. Also in this bill is provisions for another round of PPP money through the Paycheck Protection Program if you're a small business owner or an independent contractor, or if you have a side hustle, which is just considered a small business. You might be able to receive another round of PPP money to basically help you pay for your small business and your small business employees, of which a lot of times you are considered an employee, so it helps you pay your paycheck if you're just a small business with no employees but just yourself. Now, this is going to probably be voted on by the U.S. House of Representatives this week. It's probably going to happen this week. Nancy Pelosi has been talking with Republican Representative Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary. They have talked yesterday and this morning again on ironing out the details to get this passed. So if they come to an agreement between Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, it's probably just a done deal. Steve Mnuchin is talking with the president every single day. He's relaying, information to the president, and the president is just telling him what he wants done. If they come to an agreement, this is a done deal, okay? They might revise a few things in this bill. They may even revise it before they vote on it or after they vote on it in the House. And they need about 15 votes only in the Senate from the Republicans. And if President Trump endorses it, they'll be able to get those 15 votes and officially pass this into law. And of course, the president will sign it the next morning. So all that can happen within 48 hours. When it does happen, it will be very fast. Also, I want to give you guys some more details on the rental assistance and mortgage assistance program, because in this bill, that could provide you actually another stimulus check basically to pay for your rent or your mortgage. Again, there's multiple different programs in this bill and coming forward from the president that could help you out, not just the stimulus check. So rental assistance, I'm going to go through my little summary here of the bill, which the summary of the bill is 87 pages. So there's several different rental assistance programs in here. So let's just go through them very quickly. $309 million to the Rural Housing Service to assist rural tenants who lost income during the pandemic. Rental assistance there, $309 million. Next up, we have tenant-based rental assistance to the tune of $4 billion to allow public housing agency to respond to the virus, and the ability to keep 2.2 million families stably housed even when facing a loss of income, including $1 billion for new temporary vouchers for individuals and families who are homeless or at the risk of becoming homeless. This allows for the use of necessary flexibility for the safe and effective administration of these funds while maintaining fair housing, non-discrimination, labor standards, and environmental protections. You can see on this screen there are several different housing and grants and rental assistance and mortgage assistance. You can pause the screen here if you want to read through all these details. I'm going to scroll down here also for some more. Also, we got $50 billion to provide emergency assistance to help low-income renters at risk of homelessness avoid eviction due to the economic impact of this virus. So we have several different sets of rental assistance and mortgage assistance. As the details come out about this, I will let you guys know. Make sure you stay tuned so you don't miss out on the details. All right, guys, I promised I would tell you about this right here. As you can see, that is the Ohio award from taking second in the state of Ohio for wrestling back in the day in high school. Actually, let me just show you this really quick so you can see it up close. I'm not sure if you can see that. That's probably the best you're gonna see that. My wife put this in this little case for me to kind of present it as a showpiece. I'll give you a little bit of background on this. So I was not a wrestler when I was a young child. I didn't start wrestling until I was 13, and I was in middle school, and I didn't make the basketball team. I'm not super tall, I'm like 5'9", and I didn't make the basketball team even though I thought I was pretty good. And I came home crying, and my older brother, who's 10 years older than me, said, "Good. Now you can try out for the wrestling team." And I was like, "I don't want to, be a wrestler. I want to play basketball." And honestly, it was one of the best decisions that ever happened to me in life. And sometimes it takes bad things to happen for good things to happen to you later on, or for you to make a change, because wrestling really made me the man that I am today. My first year in wrestling, I was terrible. I was just bad. I mean, it was my first year. I was wrestling against people who had wrestled for years and years and years. But I stuck with it. I tried harder. I wanted to win. I wanted to succeed. And it was that drive that wrestling has instilled in me that has basically made me successful as an entrepreneur now for 20 years. I've been a full-time entrepreneur since like age 18 or 19. And if you don't know this, I've said this in a couple past videos, I will be turning 40 in February. So a lot of people think I'm younger than I look, but I'm actually turning 40. But that will and that dedication, that desire, that determination that wrestling taught me to basically start off from knowing nothing, from not being good at something, it taught me, hey, keep going, keep striving, keep learning, keep practicing what your trade is, and your goals will get there. And basically, my first year I was terrible, and my second year in wrestling I had 45 wins and 15 losses, which was absolutely just amazing. And the next year I went into high school as a freshman, and I was first team all conference. So out of all the teams in my conference, I was elected to first team, basically the number one wrestler of all the teams in my conference. And my junior year, I actually took second in the state, and that is what that medal is right there. And it was just a dream come true. And my senior year, I was actually better. You actually tend to get better as you go forward and you stick with something. But I actually got sick my senior year as I qualified for the state tournament, and I actually had to default. And it was a very sad story. And there's a lot of sad stories in life. But the important thing is that you continue to go forward, and when you get setbacks, you figure out how to move past them, how to solve the problem, and how to go forward. And basically, I took that drive, that determination that wrestling taught me, because I was all on my own in wrestling. Yeah, you were a part of a team, but you went out there every match, and it was you versus somebody else. And if you won, you won. And if you lost, you lost. You couldn't blame it on somebody else. There was no, well, he didn't do this. It was just you out there. So if you won or you lost, it was all you. And I took that drive, that determination to start my first business, which started with one computer out of my parents' home when I was like 17 or 18. And I've been very successful since then. A few years after that, I started a limo company with one limo, and I had a loan on that limo. So it wasn't like, I had a loan on the limo, and I hired a driver, and basically I started out with one limo. And 10 years later, I sold that company we had over 10,000 customers at that point, and an entire fleet of limo and buses. I sold that company in 2012. And I've had several successful other companies since then. And even through them, I've had some other companies in there too. And now you see my success on YouTube. And a lot of that is because I don't give up. I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to provide value to you guys. I'm always just trying to do my best. And I feel like if you try to do your best and you never stop, that you are a force to be reckoned with in this world, no matter what you're doing, whether you're trying to start a business, try to find a new job, just trying to better yourself in life. I feel like that's the key to success. And I was taught that through wrestling because I started off being terrible with no skills and no knowledge. And I just had to build on that every single month and every month get a little bit better. And after a year or two or three, you could really see the improvement that you can make in your life. And I basically took that and just applied it to business. I applied it to YouTube. I applied it to selling products on Amazon. I applied it to my other internet businesses. And I really feel like you can too if you decide that you want to put in the work and you want to put in the effort and you want to better yourself. So that's just my little bit of motivation for you guys today. I know that a lot of people are struggling right now, but my dad worked at a grocery store for 40 years, and in fact, he still works part-time today. He's a very hard worker, and I had no money as a kid, and it's just, I basically had to make everything happen for myself, and there was nobody there to help me. So I really feel like you can do the same thing if you apply that same principle in life to never give up, keep pushing, and know that anything you do at the beginning is always way, way harder at the beginning. And as you stick with it through the months, everything gets a little bit easier and you get better and better. So that's my little bit of motivation for you guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I love you guys. I'm here to support you guys. I will be providing value with you guys and lots more information as it comes out. And don't forget to hit the like button for me and subscribe if you haven't yet. This way you won't miss out on new videos, and YouTube will actually show them to you when they come out. And you can click on these videos to watch my newest stimulus check videos next. And this video is a video about how I teach people how to sell products on Amazon. I have students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income by selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, and I will see you in the next video.